Hey everybody, this is Scott Klaus on the Brown Bag Special, and I've got guest Mr. Jonathon New with us here. And Mr. New is from Somerset and made the trip over this morning to sit and give us some of his original songs that he's wrote for over the years. And Jonathon, if you don't care, just tell us about what got you started in music and what kind of music you grew up listening to and that sort of thing.
My mom got me started in music. I was raised in church on church music. Learned a lot of gospel songs and a lot of hymns because my father was a minister. And then my mom also liked to listen to country music, and she liked Johnny Cash and Merle Haggard, Tammy Wynette, Loretta Lynn. So,
all the classics.
Yeah. So then whenever Dad would leave, Dad didn't like secular music. So when Dad would leave to go visit or if he'd be gone from the house, Mom would break out the Johnny Cash records and we'd crank it up. And that was the first two kinds of music. That was my first memories of music.
That's pretty cool. I guess all of us have our own little stories on what we grew up listening to. I can remember I grew up in church the same way, and that was the biggest influence of music. But my mom was a huge Elvis fanatic, and so like every time we break out the record player, for those of you that don't know what that is, you'll find out eventually. They'll come back. Everything comes back. But we break out the Elvis records.
I got records at my house, man.
Yeah,
we listen to records.
And, that's one of the wildest things that I guess that I've ever collected from my parents. My dad's still alive, but my mom passed away when I was 18. But I still have their album collection. And
I got some of my mom's old country records.
Yeah,
Dad didn't have any records.
I just think it's neat though that it doesn't matter if you're their age or my age. If you turn on the radio, you're still going to hear the same song.
Yeah.
And some of them are just timeless.
I bought a bunch of records over the years. Whenever I go play out of town, if I got time, I go hit up record stores, or you go hit up Goodwill's. Sometimes you'll find some records. Flea
I've
markets,
done that before. Yeah.
I like to go vinyl hunting.
Yeah, I've hit a few flea markets trying to find some vinyl records.
I've had to cut myself off to buy any new records for a while because I got a lot, and I hadn't listened to all of them. And it was just like, I got to listen to almost all these before I allow myself to buy any more.
Right. And it's something different about actually listening to a vinyl album versus a digital album.
Oh yeah, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. I mean, I guess I'm old and I don't do the whole downloading songs, on my phone or whatever. But man, you can't beat getting a record. I mean, it's got its own smell, its own feel.
Yeah.
That's the best you're gonna hear. Put some headphones on and spin it. Oh, that's the best.
Sound of that wax spectrum when you slide it out that
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can't smell a download.
That's exactly true. That is exactly true. If you don't care, play us one of your first songs here that you got for us.
Okay, let's see. I'll do you a song I wrote about one of my favorite all-time things. Breakfast. And I got a pretty little woman that fixed me breakfast on the regular at home.
Oh, that's awesome.
So this is called Fat Bacon on the Side. Society's definition of beauty, in my humble opinion, it's plain wrong. Well, it's plain wrong. They say these real thin girls are cuties. But she ain't got meat on the bones, but she ain't got meat at home. Don't call me unless you got me fun. I can sop up all that maple syrup and I'm gone. What drives me crazy is a woman who bakes biscuits and gravy with buttermilk pancakes and fat bacon on the side. You don't have to be no Cosmo to get and tell you how to keep a man when he's that bad. Well, take it from me, I know. Wanna keep that fella at home, grease up the fried pan. Don't call me John, unless you got me a bun. I can sup up all that maple syrup when I'm gone. What drives me crazy, wanting to fix biscuits and bacon with buttermilk pancakes and fat bacon on the side. Buttermilk pancakes and fat bacon on the side.
Awesome.
My hair is in what?
I used to have that problem. It's been long time ago.
Yeah. She told me the other day I was needing to get a haircut. She braided it and it took a little bit.
It took her an extra 5 minutes, huh? But that's pretty cool. What all instruments do you play?
I play some guitar and some bass, play some piano, lap steel, a little bit of dobro. I know a few little banjo licks here and there.
When I was working on something earlier while you was warming up over there a minute ago, did I hear you slide a minute ago?
Yeah, I got a slide. Yeah, play slide guitar.
Okay.
I can do I'll do another one I wrote. I've been playing all over, or it feels like all over. I've been playing some places. I've been all over, I guess.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
and this one trip in particular, I was playing up in Cincinnati for an entire weekend, and I was hoping she was going to get to go with me, my sweetheart. And so then it turns out life got in the way and she couldn't, so I had to take off and leave her. I missed her the whole time. Played all my little shows, and while I was missing her, I wrote this song. It's called Queen City Blues. That high noon going out the driveway and heading north up the interstate. I got a gig at a cafe down another Cincinnati way. I hit the gas and I watched my heart disappear in my view. She's at home and I'm all alone with the Queen City Blues. Got the Queen City Blues. Tonight I'm gonna be a big star, but I'm breaking down in the smoking room. Keep your fame, keep your money, only she will do. She's at home and I'm all alone with Queen City Blues. When I'm missing words and I looked at her and read being an empty chair. My home's where the heart's at. Tonight that rings true. It's almost showtime and I gotta shake these lonely Queen City blues. Got those Queen City blues. Tonight I'm gonna be a big star, but I'm breaking down in this motel room. Keep your faith, keep your money, only she will do. She's at home and I'm all alone with Queen City blues. Keep your faith, keep your money, only she will do. She's at home and I'm all alone with Queen City blues.
So we were talking earlier, and I'll show this on here for just a minute, but Jonathon had a album that he done in 2011. Why don't you talk about your experience actually recording your album here?
That one there in particular, I recorded it at my house with my good friend Joe Duggan, and I hate recording.
I think everybody does.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I hate being holed up in a studio. I like to be outside. I think about being outside all the time, especially when I'm in a studio, because they don't have any windows in there. It's dark. And I was either going to do it, they want to do it real late at night. So I got my buddy Joe to come over and bring his recorder, and we did it at my house in a few sessions, and that was real cool. We actually set up in my bathroom and recorded the guitars, vocal tracks. So it is all songs I'd written. I've been wanting to do that for a while. Since then, I've been on a lot of different people's CDs, playing various instruments, and in a couple of bands I've been in, and I've had to spend time in the studio.
Yeah, studio time is no fun. It just seems like it chokes the daylight out of you.
Yeah, some people absolutely. I love the process of recording and going in and breaking it down and adding parts. Once I get into it, I dig it. But yeah,
it's just fighting your way in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've got a new stage out here for those of you that hasn't seen it yet. I was showing it to Jonathon. But you, I think I've done a posted video of you at the Master Musicians Festival. Is that right?
Yeah.
Over in Somerset.
Mm.
Hopefully pretty soon we'll have that venue up and running here, so we'll be able to do live music outside. And that's just something that we've tried to do to promote more of our local artists here in the area. It's not just Barville, Knox County, but you know, Knox, Laurel, Whitley, Pulaski, all these people here has great talent, and they need someplace to get it showcased, and that's the reason why we started this show. Now, you also do a show as well. You want to talk about it?
I hope you talking about my open mic.
Yeah.
I host that open mic and community jam every Tuesday at the End Zone Pizza and Pub in Burnside, which is south of Somerset, basically, pretty much. Yeah, South Somerset is what you should call it. So yeah, I'm there every Tuesday night. I got a lot of friends that come over, and we got a really good band. And they're come by and see me if you like to play music, or if you just like to listen. We have all, if you like to dance and sing along.
But you know, that's just another way that a lot of us, you know, try to get our local entertainers out there and get, you know, a place for them to actually perform and showcase their talents.
Good place to network. People need a bass player, they come over, and we got some bass players there playing, and drummers and singers and guitar players. So.
And we were talking about musicians that we knew before we got started, and of course, every time you name one, well, yeah, I know that person. Well, yeah, I know that person. But that's just how the music industry works, I guess. And we got a small industry here in Kentucky, but it's so tight and close knit that it's like one big family. So everybody knows each other.
There's a lot of musical opportunities out there. You just have to, you know, look for it.
That's right.
Sometimes you got to retool. Sometimes you need to rethink your business model.
That's true. That is true. That is true. Traditional ways don't work anymore.
You're right. Adapt.
Yeah, everything has to be adapted. But speaking of the Master Musicians Festival, you done that song that I wanted you to play.
Yeah.
If you don't care.
I got a goat farm in Somerset where I live. We got goats and chickens and some puppies and some cats. We've had some rabbits in the past and a couple of ducks.
Wide variety.
Yeah, right on. But I got my first billy goat and I named him, my kids named him Carl. And I started posting pictures of him on Facebook. He's getting a lot of likes and a lot of attention, so then we just had fun and started my Facebook profile.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
And then somebody suggested he needed his own theme song, and I said, I agree with you. So I wrote this song about it. This here tune's about my best friend, whose friendship above all others transcends. Hanging out with him is such a blast, he keeps me entertained, and he cuts my grass. He's got a big personality and he's pint-sized. He saves me money on fertilizer. You won't find a weed in my fence row. I got the best looking yard on my road, with some folk like dogs, some like cats. Thanks to him, I don't need none of that. I never had a more loyal, multifaceted pal. So much fun, it oughtn't be allowed, but he's my BFF. And I'm his back, and we keep it real, and that's a fact. I love acting silly with my Billy, Carl the goat. Hello, Carl. He's entered into the internet age. We went and started in a Facebook page where we post sports predictions and our favorite quotes. He's got 149 likes, not bad for a goat. And he ain't shy when it comes to the ladies. He chases them around the pen, wants to practice making babies. And if you ask me, he's got it all figured out. Ass and grass is all he cares about. Some folk like dogs, some like cats. Thanks to him, I don't need none of that. I never had a more loyal, multifaceted pal. So much fun, it oughtn't be allowed. Well, he's my BFF, and I'm his back, and we keep it real. And matter of fact, I love acting silly with my Billy, Carl the goat. Some folk like fish and some like parakeets, and all those folk, they don't make sense to me. I like horns and hooves, and what sounds so sweet is when Carl looks at me and the way he bleeds. Well, he's my BFF, and I'm his back, and we keep it real. Matter of fact, I love acting silly with my Billy, Carl my Billy go.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, all of these that you've sung so far, you've wrote yourself, correct? How many songs do you think you've got in your repertoire?
That's playable?
That's playable. That's playable.
I don't know. Probably a couple of hundred, I'd say that would just be playable. But I'd have to really do some crunching, some homework to remember all of them.
I think that's a lot of people that you talk to that does their own songwriting, you know.
I play different types of gigs. Sometimes I'll play like a 4-hour bar gig. So I'll throw covers in and do some originals because people like to hear something that they're familiar with. Then I'll do like a songwriter. I'll play a few songwriter showcases where they want original stuff. So.
Well, that's how we started out with this show. Was originally we just started out with singer-songwriters and that done their own material, but we have so many different kinds of talented acts that, you know, we had to start doing bands that do cover songs and everything else. It's too hard to just only do one group of people.
Yeah.
You know.
I also play guitar in the Rachel Crow band. We're playing tonight at the End Zone.
Okay.
And then I play bass. I do some fill-in bass work, and I've been playing some full-time gigs with some people. And I do acoustic stuff like this. I got my own band that I play with when that's appropriate. I played country 2 nights ago with a band, so I played upright bass for that one.
That's pretty cool. Denise actually plays upright bass.
You play upright, cool.
But I've watched Rachel Crow before. I think in London, I do believe.
Yeah, I might have that, yeah.
I think actually Wildcat, but.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she sang there. Seemed like she sang with the Blue Crawdads that time.
I believe that's when it was, yeah. I believe I watched both of them together, and I think they actually done a couple of songs together.
I got a one-man band acoustic act that I got to work up. I have a loop pedal, and I play it my upright bass through a loop pedal, and I have guitar parts and different things. I'll do that sometimes. So.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Actually, you have to come over here and do that once for us.
Yeah, I'll have to do that.
We'd like that.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Well, you know, it's nice to showcase not just one version of, a person.
We'd probably have to do that outside, because I'd have to set up some speakers so I could have something to
We can do it outside because it's almost warm weather.
Almost.
That's what we've been waiting on. Every time we talk about, maybe the next couple of weeks we might be outside, it snows again.
Don't jinx it, I'm going to knock on my guitar for that stuff.
But yeah, we would like to hurry up and get it outside on the stage, just so it gives opportunity to have more people come over and listen. We started out putting this in one of the front rooms up here in the office, and we drew a pretty good crowd there for a while, but eventually we just ran out of room.
Yeah,
and so we kind of moved it back here to where we could get a little bit different sound and tone to it, but there's no place for everybody to actually sit and watch. So the first time we done a show in this room, we had them lined up down the hallway out here.
Yeah,
yeah, and so we've got to hurry up and try to figure out.
I played similar things like this. It's real cool.
Yeah, so if we can hurry up and get out there on the stage, we can draw our crowds back and give them something to do on lunch, and maybe get them to take an extra half-hour lunch break or something. I don't know. We'll try it and see. Nobody's boss is here, hopefully. Yeah. If you want to play us another song.
Yeah, sure thing. Let's see. I'll do this one here. You was talking about revitalizing. How you say Barville? Is that right?
Barville, if you're from Barville.
Well, I was talking to my cousin on the way over here, and he was correcting me, and he said, "No, don't." Yeah, that's how I was saying it, Barberville. And he said, "No, don't go over there and say Barberville. It's Barville."
That's right.
Yeah, so Barville if you're from here, Barberville for everybody else.
That's right. That's right. That's how you know who's local and who's not.
I got you.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, so you talk about revitalizing downtown Barberville. And I hope it works out, man. I hope everything transpires.
You know, we've been lucky. We've got a big bunch of, I don't want to say middle-aged, but we are all middle-aged, I guess. New entrepreneurs that are moving into downtown areas, and you know, it's nice to see a whole different look for downtown. And that's what we've been trying to do, is bring it back to life. And hopefully we can start getting some music around there too.
Similar thing is happening in downtown Somerset. We got some younger people took interest. Like we've got a Jar 5 Brewing in downtown Somerset now.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it just took forever to even get alcohol allowed. You know, it's saying, and now they're brewing their own in there. And you know,
well, it's a big tourist draw.
Yeah.
It is.
I play in there. They have music all the time. It's been really good. Gives people something to do downtown there.
Right.
And, so this is a song I wrote some years back, and it was whenever they decided to bail Wall Street out. So I kind of wrote this song after watching all that unfold, and I'll just let the song do its thing. In between the paper's headlines, I read the little man must give. Never such debt been paid in the towns in which we live. Wall Street was in trouble. It needed someone to throw their bell. If it were up to the little man, he could have stayed in jail. They killed Town Square. They killed Town Square. Moved up on Wall Street. No one seemed to care. Downtown is a graveyard, laying in despair. There's been a murder down on Main Street. They killed Town Square. Folk were losing business, closing up their doors. An impossible feat to compete with Sam Walton's megastore. One nation under Walmart, it all seems unfair. One-stop shop killed mom and pops down on Town Square. They killed Town Square. They killed Town Square. Moved up on the highway. No one seemed to care. Downtown is a graveyard, laying in despair. There's been murder down on Main Street. They killed town square. Downtown is a graveyard laying in despair. There's been a murder down on Main Street. There's been a murder down on Main Street. There's been a murder down on Main Street. And they killed town square.
Well, honestly, hopefully you can rewrite that song and talk about it and bringing downtown back to life.
Talk about a thriving Barville.
Well, not just Barberville, but Pineville's that way now.
Yeah, right.
Middlesboro's starting to be that way. Corbin's that way now. Somerset's becoming that way, and that's what started these towns off. Was downtown. There was no town. There was no highway. If it wasn't for downtown, we wouldn't have had anything.
Right on.
So hopefully over the next years we will see a lot of that in a lot of these towns, and we'll actually see the use back out all these old buildings and properties, and they each have their own look and their own history behind each one of those buildings, and it's nice to find somebody that'll tell the story of that that building.
Right on. We got a similar place in Somerset, the Virginia Cinema.
Mm-hmm.
It is an old movie cinema, and I don't even know what else happened in there. It's empty right now, kind of getting real bad shape, and people's wanting to save it. And I hope it does eventually happen. So.
Well, that's just like this office building here that we have for the tourism office. Originally, it was built by Governor James Black for his daughter. Governor's Black Mansion used to sit right next door over here. But, there's a lot of heritage to this building. And that's one of the things that we love to show off when visitors come to town and come to the visitor center. Is the history of this house. But we enjoy showing the whole history of the hotel. And that's what we really like to highlight. If you don't care, if you play us one more song,
I can do that.
and I'd appreciate it a lot.
So this week just kind of falls into, we get to play, little people like me get to play in little places, like these little cafes and stuff, or in bands if you go to a club or a bar or whatever. So out there in the online world, everybody that ever sees this, especially if you're going out this weekend, you see a band or a little guitar player, a little singer over in the corner, whatever, drop some money in that person's tip bucket. And it helps, part of that form of the arts, it helps, helps them a little bit. So I've been playing music for a living for a little while now, and there's been times I've found myself at the mercy of the tip jug.
Traveling money means a lot.
Yeah, man. It's got me home a few times when I run out. And so then when you're at the mercy of the tip jug, you have to tiptoe that fine balance of, keeping your artistic integrity and doing your songs and also entertaining your audience.
Right.
So I've learned to be smart about your audience, and sometimes you have to swallow your pride and do a little bit of a song you might not necessarily want.
Right.
So this is a song that I wrote about that struggle, and it's called Living Out of the Tip Jar Blues Again. Times are tough, you know how it goes. The next big thing doing, sidewalk show, living out the tip jar blues again. Reach in your pocket, if you will. I'll do a heartfelt rendition of Margaritaville, living out of the tip jar blues again. You see, I got this old car that's getting me round. And if she were a horse, they would put her down. Living out the tip jar blues again. True story. And I'm not low down, but I'm getting low. I wrote a song about it like to hear it go. Living out of the tip jar blues again. Well, I know some Willie, and I know some Hank, I even know some Skinner, but hey, no thanks. I gotta eat, I gotta pay my rent. Your donation's already well spent. Well, I like to sing shaver, like to sing some prime and indulge myself, and even do a few of mine. Living out of the tip jar blues again. Pick it, John. Times are tough, I must swallow my pride. My artistic integrity's up for compromise. Living out of the tip jar blues again. I reach in your pocket for a $20 bill. I'll do a heartfelt rendition of Margaritaville. Living out of the tip jar blues again. I play dueling banjos and one guitar. I'll sing that Doobie Brothers song and sing all them parts. Living out the tip jar blues again. I'll sing Rocky Top and David Allan Coe. I'll even sing that song about a wagon, my old co-med show. But if you request any Florida Georgia line, I'm gonna have to say no. Well, I know some Willie, and I know some Hank, I know some Skinner, but hey, no thanks. I gotta eat, I gotta pay my rent. Your donation's already well spent. Well, I like to sing some shaver, and like to sing some crime, and indulge myself and do a few of mine. Living out of the tip jar blues again, again and again. Living out of the tip jar blues again, again and again. Living out of the tip jar blues again. Thank you.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. This is Mr. Jonathan New with us here on the Brown Bag Special. Again, I'm Scott Klaus. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks. Bye.